Okay. People has forgotten what real religion is. There's 300 different kinds of religion on the earth today, and hardly any of them actually worships a real God. I'm talking about the living God, the God of the Bible, the Christian God, and the Jewish God. There is no other God besides that God. Lord gave me a dream about a cloud of confusion covering the land, and only small fortresses will be able to stand in the way of this cloud of confusion, and literally might even go as far as starting a war with this confusion, and eventually it will. It's the same confusion that the Bible talks about in the day of the Antichrist, when the Christians will rise up against the Antichrist. And I really don't want to get this into a state of confusion. There comes a guy on the little bobcat messing up my sound. Hope he don't run over my little tree. Anyway, and this confusion is that of the last day, where people have a form of godliness but deny the power thereof. And it's went so far as to cause people to come into church and have church and sing songs, and they do everything that, oh my goodness, this Dadburn phone. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Oh, really? For a week and a half? Oh, in a week and a half. Okay, that's fine. And this is going to be easier on you. Here's Mom. I'm right in the middle of a video. Tell her about it, okay? I love you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Where people go into church and they worship, and yet they know not what. Jesus said there will be a day when people will worship in spirit and in truth.
A week and a half.
And instead of, as in the fashion that they did in the day of Christ, they go in and they do rituals. Well, we're back to the ritualistic kind of worship again. People has forgotten who God is. There used to be a time, even in that day, when people would fear the prophets of God, give them reverence, fear, respect.
Right.
And even the kings of the land, when a prophet came around,
Yeah.
would give him respect, because they knew that this prophet was in touch with God. That's what we're lacking today, people.
Well,
we're lacking the prophet that
hands on me and breaks my ribs.
knows God is ready to use a man. So they have forgotten who God is. They have forgotten who what it really means to worship the Lord. Oh, that poor baby. And that's one reason why our country is in such a bad shape. And I don't want to make this political, but our country is in a really bad shape because people have forgotten what the moral standard is. It is not wrong to judge people. That's what the Bible talks about in Matthew 7 and in Luke 7. Luke 7:24 says, "Judge a righteous judgment." say it again. Luke 24 says, "Judge a righteous judgment." It's talking about when you make a judgment, make your judgment godly. That's the only righteous judgment that we know, according to that standard. And Matthew 7, of course, is talking about getting out of the standard of the world. A lady accused me the other day of not having a godly standard. She had no idea what she was talking about. So unbiblically based that she had that message all out of proportion. And that's the cloud of confusion that's across this land right now. Unless we get some preachers who is willing to pray again, who is willing to stand up for God again, we're not going to have trouble with our youth. We're going to have trouble with our old men. We're going to have trouble from birth to death if they live to be 110 years. When you forget about God, you're turned into destruction. Hear that. When you forget about God, you're turned into destruction. There is no family order. There is no governmental order. There is absolutely no order outside of the order of God. It's turned this land into total confusion. Okay. All right. God bless. Thank you for joining me. Can't wait to see the comments on this one. See you again next time, Crossing the Middle Ministry.